Today's fast-paced business environments, organizations need flexibility, adaptability, and rapid value delivery. Traditional project management follows a structured and sequential approach, which can be sometimes a challenge in rapidly evolving industries. Agile project management is an iterative and incremental approach that allows teams to adapt to change, continuously improve, and deliver value faster. PMI recognizes Agile as a key approach, particularly for software development where requirements often change. Also, sometimes in marketing projects where it requires a rapid feedback loops. Also, in some construction and manufacturing, say, project for iterative design refinements. Organization adopt Agile to enhances the responsive and efficiency and customer satisfaction while reducing the risks associated with the long, inflexible project cycles. And to understand the Agile Manifesto or core principles of Agile, the Agile Manifesto, created in 2001, finds the core philosophy of Agile. It's based on four key values. And these key values are individuals and interactions over processes and tools. So it means here that in Agile, we focus on individuals and interaction over the process and tools, which is in the traditional or the structured waterfall model. With, with that being said, so Agile prioritizes the team collaboration over the rigid documentation. Also, working solutions over a comprehensive documentation, and this is our second core values. So, working solution over a comprehensive documentation, and the focus here is delivering a functional product rather than just lengthy project plans. And the third value here we have is customer collaboration over contract negotiation. And that means agile teams engage with the stakeholders frequently for the feedback. And the fourth core value we have as part of Agile Manifesto is responding to change over following a strict plan. And that being said, instead of resisting to have any change within your project, Agile embraces it's as a competitive advantage. Additionally, there were 12 Agile principles that we already gonna cover, includes customer satisfaction through early and continuous delivery, also welcoming the changing requirements throughout the project life cycle, delivering also working solution frequently, collaboration between business and development teams, and simplicity, maximizing the work not done. So these are the core values of Agile as per the Agile Manifesto, and also we had high level discussion on the Agile principles. For the one who asks, what are the key differences between Agile and traditional project management? So, traditional project management follows a linear process. Each phase, if you recall, when we were starting the project, we have started with initiating it and then planning the project and then executing the project. And then we done the monitoring and controlling and finally closing, which must be completed before moving to the next, let's say, key process. So we have to complete the initiation process and then we have to finish from planning. Based on that, we can go to the execution phase. Agile, however, follows an iterative cycle where teams continuously deliver a value. And when it comes to the aspect in terms of the let's say understanding the let's say how to handle the scope, how to handle this the quality between agile and traditional or waterfall projects. So in the aspect where the scope and project management in the traditional waterfall methodology, the scope is fixed at the beginning. So you identify the scope by early stages of the project, during the planning and during the initiation phase. However, on the other hand, agile is an adaptive throughout. It's like progressive collaboration where the requirements keep changing and you are open to these changes. So agile in terms of the scope, it's adaptable throughout. When it comes to the time, on agile on waterfall projects, the deadlines or the timelines are strict, so it's strict schedules. On the other hand, on agile you have an iterative sprints, and we are gonna cover what are the sprints, what does it contain, how it get processed, how the team let's say work on these sprints. When it comes to the cost, so cost wise, when you are talking on traditional waterfall methodology, it's predetermined upfront. So you have the cost of the project, you have identified it, as I mentioned, during planning the cost management, where you have aggregated all of the costs of the activities within your WBS, and you have served a contingency reserve. Based on that, you come up with, let's say, a budget of the project. So it's predetermined upfront. When it comes to agile, it's adjusted based on the value delivery. Um, we also have the quality. So the quality aspect in traditional waterfall projects, it's evaluated at the end of the project, or when you are doing monitoring and controlling phase, if you recall, when we were let's say monitoring the quality of the project. On the other hand, you have agile. Agile, when it comes to quality, it has, let's say, a continuous improvement, because you always collect the feedback from the stakeholders and you keep refining all of these deliverables. So PMI encourages the teams to use a hybrid approach when there's a full agile adoption is not feasible. So you as a team, if you haven't used agile before, PMI recommends that you go with a hybrid approach where you can utilize some of the agile, let's say, flexibility and adaptability, let's say, capabilities, and you mix it with the agile with the waterfall, say, combining a structured planning with agile execution. When it comes to agile framework and methodologies, so agile consists of multiple framework, each suited for a different project needs. For example, you have Scrum, and Scrum is the most well-known framework that is mainly used in agile, and it's best for project requiring an iterative development cycles. And why do we mean, or what do we mean with, let's say, an iterative cycles? It's like software development project or product innovation. So this is what does it mean with, say, Scrum or iterative development cycle. Next, you have Kanban, and Kanban is ideal for continuous workflow improvements. For example, you have manufacturing or operations. And the third framework we are going to discuss here is Lean. And Lean focuses on eliminating the waste and optimizing the processes. Sometimes it can be used for logistics or service industries. We also have the Scaled Agile framework, which is designed for large organization managing multiple agile teams. PMI Disciplined Agile, which is DA, allows organizations to tailor agile frameworks based on their unique challenges and industry requirements. We're gonna cover each of these framework in detail, how it works, what are the key activities, and we'll look into real world examples so you can have the full picture of each of these frameworks. Why organization adopt agile? Organization adopt agile to enhance the adaptability and efficiency and stakeholder satisfaction. And some of these benefits include having a faster product development cycles, higher customer satisfaction, a higher customer satisfaction due to the rapid feedback loops, also reduced risks exposure. through incremental delivery. So you don't deliver all of the deliverables at the end of the project as per the waterfall methodology. You have an incremental delivery where you can inspect these deliverables and you can adjust your priorities based on these. However, the traditional organization faces the challenges as so now we are talking about this organization who follows let's say the purely traditional um, project development. So these traditional organization faces the challenges such as resistant to change from the leadership. So most of the company or most of the organization does not want to, let's say, improve themselves or enhance their capabilities or change their project development methodologies. So it's sometimes the team also creates a resistance to change from the leadership. Also, lack of agile expertise among the team. So there is no expert, let's say, scrum master or an agile practitioner within the team. So this is a lack of agile expertise among the team. Also, difficulties in measuring agile project success. So PMI recommends organization to start with a pilot agile team before scaling agile practices across the departments. The agile mindset, key behavior for success. So adopting an agile mindset means embarrassing customer first thinking, and that means delivering a value quickly. Also, continuous learning by having an iterative improvement based on the feedback. So it's not just about delivering a set of features and just providing it or delivering it to the end users or to the stakeholders and then stopping there without having any continuous improvement. Also, adopting agile mindset means embracing decentralized decision making by empowering the teams to own their solutions. The traditional project managers often act as command and control leaders, but in agile they become facilitators, enabling the self-organizing teams. Let's look at one of these real-world agile adoption, one of these case studies. So, a global technology company faced issues with the slow product releases and poor cross-team communication. And to overcome this, let's say, slow product releases, they implemented a Scrum teams to have faster iterations. Also, they implemented the Kanban framework or Kanban boards for flow or workflow visibility. They also had implemented daily stand up to improve the alignment. And daily stand up, by the way, it's one of these Scrum events. So, one of these events that you, as a Scrum master, you need to have is daily stand up to check on your team, what they have done, what they are planning to do, and what issues they are facing. And the result of implementing these Scrum teams and Kanban boards and daily stand up meetings, the product release cycles has improved from 6 months to 2 weeks. Also, the cross-team collaboration improved, reducing the delays. So the lesson here, agile adoption requires both process change and cultural shifts. And this is our second case study just to visualize the, let's say, the agile practices and how these frameworks can be applied in real world. So let's say a leading bank struggles with one of these rigid processes and slow innovation. And their agile transformation has involved implementing agile teams for digital banking projects, also using scaled agile framework for regulatory compliance and adopting an iterative approach for risk management. The results of being implementing all of these, let's say, practices and methodologies, it has reduced the product launch risks by 40% and improved the customer satisfaction through faster updates. So the lesson here, agile isn't just for tech. It can also enhances the regulated industries as well. What are the challenges that you might face when trying to change to agile or in agile adoption and how to overcome them? So, challenges in agile adoption includes the cultural resistance, and that means the teams can, let's say, resist or insist to use the traditional methods because they are having a fear of change, or they are not willing to learn more, or they are, let's say, scared that they might be involved with extra work. So the teams are stick to the traditional methods, sometimes resist the change to move to agile. Also, lack of executive buy-in. So leadership also must support agile transformation. And one of these also challenges is scaling agile. And scaling agile is like the large organization struggles to implement agile across multiple departments. So that's why you need to have a scaled agile framework. So PMI advises starting with agile teams before expanding. And this is how you overcome, let's say, these challenges. So you start with a small department, or you start with a small project where you show its benefit, you show how the team has improved in terms of collaboration, you show how the value has started, let's say, be delivered to the end users or to the stakeholder. Based on that, you can convince the team and the management or the whole organization to move towards agile. And to summarize our first session on talking about agile, we looked at the framework. So agile isn't just a methodology, it's a mindset that prioritizes value delivery, collaboration, and the adaptability. And we looked at how agile can enhance the speed, the flexibility, and the customer focus by saying that PMI recognizing the hybrid approach where agile and traditional method coexist before moving completely to agile. Finally, we also talked about how organization must invest on training and leadership support for successful agile practices or agile framework adaptation.